Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast One Piece reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is One Piece episodes 186 and 187. Still in that fight with Eneru. Luffy has a golden ball in his hand. Pierre may or may not be dead. Sanji may or may not be dead. Usopp and Nami are now off the boat, falling probably to their deaths.
It's over.
It's over. End of the Straw Hats crew. We're gonna find a new purpose, a new reason to live. Just like you can find over at patreon.com/boldcast to get 2 weeks ahead of One Piece reactions and 1 week ahead of edited One Piece reactions. Let's check out the episode. Leave a like, subscribe. Let's go. You're goddamn right. Oh.
Usopp, after he made such a big show of, leave him behind. Yeah, I don't know why you thought you needed some more, well, he's still attached with a rope anyway.
Once the rope tenses up, you're gonna like split in half.
It's a bungee rope.
Bungee rope.
Yeah.
It has the properties of both rubber and rope.
Yeah, I love how he like jumped off even though they were directly above the clouds.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Is this thing actually just gonna fucking fall out of the sky?
I hope so. Oh. Oh.
How big are those dials, man?
Damn it, Sanji, why couldn't you have messed it up more?
One gear out of place? Damn it, Sanji.
Could have at least, like, fully destroyed something.
Oh my god. What? Okay. She's so strong. Oh my god, Luffy's okay. There's no fucking way he was this hindered by it if he's running this fast with it.
Oh my god. Poor Pierre.
All of a sudden, he's just like it's his newest weapon.
Oh my god.
I was really defending the show when you were like, "Come on, Luffy," but now he's like sprinting around with it, and it's just like bobbing around like it's just nothing. It's awesome.
Quit talking to yourself.
This is a weird effect on the flashbacks. Do you see that?
That's like changing.
Yeah, it
like,
went from green to like red.
See,
Yeah, he's just running up with it. There's no way.
I was like, oh well, I guess like if it's hanging over the edge, like, you know, that's a lot, but no excuses anymore.
It's like he wasn't in the cave for long enough. You needed to separate him from the action again. It's literally nothing to him at this point. Oh, and he's gonna swing himself up. You make a net with her arms. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he fell off the side now.
Oh, I thought he was gonna like whoosh whoosh and like hammer throw himself up.
I'm gonna go ring it.
Oh, I bet that is what's going on. Or maybe he'll hang in the bell, and the bell bearing's gone, and he'll just like be
like that. I like how she just calls everyone by like their job description and or just Usopp's nose.
I have a feeling it's because she's like not fully attached to them, or she's had to be alone for so long. It's kind of like a keeping her distance type thing.
Oh, if only I'd been there, says Usopp.
Well, he's also going up to fight. Like,
yeah.
Why would you want to stop him? He was going up there to kick his ass. He's the only one who can defeat him. I feel like you should just leave him to it at this point, because, like, he'll just try to zap you and distract him or something.
Yeah.
Unless you can help him get there. Have some faith.
Ooh. Half.
Fuck you, lady.
Should rename it the Staying Mary.
Who rebuilt the ship? Who the fuck was it? Just Pagaya? But he didn't know what it looked like without the bird stuff. So who the fuck rebuilt the ship? I'm still so puzzled about that.
Oh my god.
Shit's getting a little apocalyptic. We've entered the Revelations book of this story.
Oh my god.
Is this allowed? How the fuck does he have this much power? He's so insane.
Oh.
They keep showing him like he's gonna show up or something. Like I keep expecting the statue to come to life or some shit. Oh my god.
That thing is like the most useful invention of all time. Back at it.
What? Are they actually just gonna give up?
I don't think they will, but I mean, it's.
What if they do and he wins? Is Eneru just gonna win? This place is gonna get destroyed? Like, that would be insane if he just, like, succeeds and then we just don't see him for a long time. Like, we just don't get the chance to defeat him and all of this Skypiea just gets fucking destroyed.
Luffy's gonna smack it and we're gonna have there's gonna be a big beatdown at the end here. Another crazy episode. He's just destroying everything. Doesn't even care. Still, half the people are in Skypiea getting electrocuted.
A few more flashbacks this episode than I would have liked, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
They keep showing. There's more and more showing CALGARA, like,
maybe
and referring to him.
Maybe Wiper's gonna, come in and do something.
Maybe. Like, I don't know. Like, I would just. It feels like it's maybe just a symbolic thing that he's gonna, like, take up the mantle of this historic figure or something, or if we're gonna see in, like, a flashback or something at some point in the future when Robin learns some things about the past, will like refer back to him and they're really trying to, like, make sure we remember him. I just wonder what the significance is, if it is just a symbolic thing for Wiper's character and the Shandians, or if it's an actual character that we make. I mean, Dr. Reen is fucking hundreds of years old, so, like, you know, people can live a long time potentially, but I don't know.
Like, Usopp, if only I had been there. Classic Usopp behavior.
I mean, this is, like, crazy.
This is like the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's not good. Kind of just want to go into the next one.
Same. Let's go. Oh, big recap.
See that burst, like, you know.
He just, like, pushes one thing back. It's fixed. It's like shit's exploding everywhere and...
That's nice that Aiza loves Nami so much. Excited to see her. Wow. This guy just thinks himself is way too fun. Like, he thinks he's so funny.
Well, there goes that. Which was what?
Tell us this time?
Gold Roger.
Oh.
Oh, what? Flashback episode? Did I not just say that? I literally just said this. Oh.
Oh, this is gonna be what Luffy's gonna do.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
Damn.
Jesus. Valyrian steel spear over here? Like, I have was that a gem or a log pose ring? That was so sick. He looks fucking scary. He kind of looks like Dragon.
And go where?
He had a sword?
He's swimming.
Whoa!
Damn, he's looking way cooler than that storybook.
The storybook made him look like a dweeb.
Just the sickest guy of all time.
I didn't expect to get this backstory right now. Like, I said it, but, like, I didn't actually think we would. Is that a Skypian's wing as a pen?
It's a little bit messed up.
His ship has the D. Hmm?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
What the hell?
Oh, he's just sacrificing everyone.
The sun god. It's like a crazy disease. You got
Is
like
it just raining?
He's like a. It's the same thing that the priest had. He's got the wings. Oh, so does he.
I guess they just do.
Well, if the bell sends it up or sends it down, maybe it's been up and down before.
Well, the bell didn't do that.
Didn't it?
No, there was a knock-up stream. The bell just rang while it shot up in the air.
All I'm saying is maybe it's happened before.
It's that bird.
That is really spooky.
See, I wouldn't hear that and be like, yeah, that's nice. I'd be like,
I think their
out
faces
here.
honestly add to how unsettling this whole situation is. This is so interesting. So they probably know about it. Yeah.
You have a vaccine?
Shit. They'll be able to save these people. That's why they're friends. What do you think about this
It's pretty
flashback?
crazy. Yeah. I wasn't expecting such like an elaborate backstory.
History?
Yeah.
I'm loving it, honestly. I actually love this. I think it's really interesting. There has to be, if they have the wings, there has to be like, they have to have already had some connection to the sky people then. It just doesn't make any other sense otherwise. Which means they probably came from the sky, came down. And they're just making sacrifices trying to save people from the plague. But it's clearly not working. People keep getting infected.
I think if you sacrificed 100
It's gonna be the
people-
snake. It's gonna be the giant snake. Yep.
Oh.
Sacrifice 100 people.
They said that there's been 100 sacrifices so far. They said that.
Yeah, what about it? People are still getting sick. What are you
I
talking
know,
about?
I'm saying that I feel like...
Nothing's happening. People are still getting sick.
Did Nolan just jump in there to attack this thing?
I think just to save the girl. Oh! What? Continuity error, first of all.
Maybe it's a maybe it's his child. His son.
That seems like, not right. What he
Bad
just
omen.
did.
Yeah.
Like, neither is the sacrifice isn't great either, but like... What's Calgara gonna do? They can have an epic battle on the sacrificial altar. Look how tall it is with the water around it. Or like, I guess it's high. I guess maybe it was as tall.
It's just crazy how like badass Nolan was, you know?
I mean, he looks a lot like Cricket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. We don't have to listen to you, God Killer. Is that the same guy? He's got the same stick, he's got the same hat. A botanist.
Find some herbs and stuff.
I guess that's why he found that he has the antidote to the plague.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different guy. He's just wearing similar stuff.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, if he finds that kid and he's cured, then that's a kind of a telltale sign.
There have been a lot of like Kona, or there's another like cone thing, and the only other person we know like that is Conis. So I wonder if she is like the like a special person or something, or maybe she gets her name from the Kona trees or something like that. You'd be right to think that.
Yeah.
Oh. No, they've presented you with a dilemma, sir. You just saw what this man is capable of for your people. Your hair is obnoxious. Look who's talking. Omoshiroi. God damn. I want to keep watching.
We're getting a double backstory.
I love it. What do you think of that one?
Really interesting. I didn't think we were gonna get like this much, like a whole now 2, possibly more episodes
of history.
Yeah.
Not backstory, history. Like filling it. What the fuck? Like, I guess maybe it was reborn because it's like if it's a literal god. Like I know, like God is a, as Westerners we have a specific idea of what a god is, or whatever, but something that's like a extremely powerful force can, so maybe it's just the one that we're seeing is a descendant, but it looks identical. So it's possible that it maybe just healed itself, like reattached itself, like these are magical, crazy times. You don't know. Was the back to this here before?
I think so.
If it wasn't, there's like, this looks like poneglyph text or similar to it. I thought that
it was there though, but maybe
it was, and I'm just forgetting that Robin like did read it and was like, oh, this says like sacrificial altar or some shit like that. I don't know. I just forget. It's been so goddamn long. But I cut you off. What were you gonna say?
I can't remember.
I really like this. I actually really love this. I feel like this adds so much for me. Like I've talked a lot about how I'm a less is more person when it comes to backstory and stuff. I feel like it can be, I feel like lore, world building, backstory, historical facts, and like expository dialogue where people are just like talking about their inner, like they're psychoanalyzing themselves and like giving a whole backstory, like just vomiting information. Like whenever you give information, like information doesn't equal a story. So I'm always a less is more type person. I think that it can be an easy trap. It's like having your cake and eating it too. If you ever tried writing a story, it's way easier just to write a bunch of facts that are like really interesting kind of tidbits about a world rather than try and say something meaningful with those things. And a lot of writers kind of fall into the trap of like, you know, getting lost in the moment a bit too much of setting the stage for their story or giving just factoids and information about shit rather than, you know, using it properly. So then it's like all this stuff and then whatever. But anyway, I'm usually not the type of person. I used to be like really love world building and lore and stuff like that, just like as facts and as interesting things and aesthetics and stuff. But I kind of have moved past that a lot. But regardless, is, you know, I find myself really enjoying and really being interested in this. And I think it has to do with just how much the history and the characters that we're seeing have been talked about. We've seen them talk, like I literally just mentioned about how they've been talking about CALGARA and mentioning that and how I was like, oh, it seems like they're setting, and he has like a whole design. Like it seems like there is a character more than just like a symbolic figure or something like that. And then to loop it back all the way back to Jaya with
Nolan.
Noland. You know, these two historical figures. Like that it's genius. It's the same kind of genius. This like come back around and get you as the sea prism stone, like being used by Wiper to get that one hit in. It's the same shit, and it works so well. And it's like that's I love that. It's so satisfying. And if they weren't here, or if they weren't built up as much as they were, this would be meaningless, you know, and we don't know exactly how it's going, because the point of showing a flashback like this is it's gonna say something about what we're gonna do in the present. Yeah. So I'm you know, there's going to be some meaning that is beyond just showing this backstory, and I'm excited to see that. But I'm excited to see just how these people lived and everything, because I'm already somewhat familiar with them as characters in history. We've heard about them. We've heard about what they've done a little bit. There's a lot of missing information. There's still, we didn't even know they were friends. We didn't know they had any kind of real connection. Yeah. But seeing it just makes so much sense. It fits together so well. And the fact that they're two completely separate, we learned about them in two completely separate areas, but it makes perfect sense that they would have known each other in this time. You know, that's really good information management, which is key for like any kind of story with a mystery. It's like you need to give people enough information to where things fit, but not too much information to where they can just know everything right away based on everything that you're saying. So you can't tilt your hand too much, and you also can't reveal not enough to where, you know, like I said, if these people weren't introduced at all, the sacrificial altar wasn't like an interesting place. The Kashi god wasn't an introduced, you know, character or figure that we've seen. If all of these elements weren't shown before, and, you know, thought to have some connection, you know, like they all have some sort of grounding in the place where we're fighting right now. So it's just really good information management, because we don't know all the details. We know some. It's perfect. I really liked it. I'm really liking this. I'm really excited to see where it goes from here, obviously.
I really do like how this part kind of connects it back to Jaya and like with Nolan and everything that we were talking about at the very beginning of this arc, which now feels like it was so long ago. Yeah. It feels so long ago that it's almost disconnected. And there's that moment where we find out like, oh, the Sky Island is part of Jaya, and it's like, oh yeah, that's cool. But like then so much more time passes that even though you know that it's connected and you know that like the people here are from there, it just seems so like far away that even like, oh, that's cool, but it's not really affecting the story right now. And you're not like thinking about it all the time. And I feel like this, especially with the whole like that like giant cannonball on a chain that like took down that ship, it's like you can so clearly see Luffy pulling a move like that with that giant gold ball. Like he's just been given essentially this mythic weapon from the past.
I think that was just the anchor from the ship.
Oh, was it? Oh,
I think that's all it was. I don't think it was like this mythic weapon. I think that it was just they were raising anchor and leaving, and he just they were like pulling it in, and he just like heaved it and threw it at them. But maybe I'm wrong. Actually, maybe I'm wrong. Hang on.
No, maybe I'm wrong.
I think I might be wrong, because I was like, oh, that's just the anchor, and then it wasn't attached. I don't think the chain was attached to the ship. Oh yeah, see, the anchor's right there. I'm wrong, because the anchor's right there.
And then he just
No, yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. I was making a connection where there was none. But.
And I love him like going down and getting that thing. Like,
and you like his sword is shaped like his hair?
Yeah, that's funny.
I wonder if it's Wazumono.
I just like that whole part, and it's because we get such a different idea presented to like of Nolan specifically. CALGARA is, I feel like, was hyped up because he was being remembered by people who respected him.
Yeah.
He was like built up as like, oh, this like super brave warrior guy. So then when we see him, you're like, oh yeah, that's like a crazy warrior guy right there. He means business. He's a badass. But Nolan was portrayed as like this sniveling liar baby child. But he's also a badass, you know?
Yeah, and just how, well, I think that shows just how twisted the history with the Marines and the Navy and the world government. Like they they want to be in control of everything. We don't know exactly why they would twist that, but or it was the king, which maybe evolved into the world government because it's made up of, there's a bunch of kings of different kingdoms and stuff like that. But anyway,
it's also it also just begs the question, if Nolan saves these people from the plague and befriends them and stuff, why on earth would he go back and tell the king that he found a city of gold? And like, because it made it seem like they were coming to like, well, unless he's like, oh, this is valuable, and they're like, it's not valuable to us, you can come and take it, because I think maybe he's gonna, well, maybe, but I think he's going to they're gonna have this meeting of the minds. They're gonna be like, there's going to be a development and advancement, because the kid was talking about advancement. And they're obviously a very, I don't know what the word would be, but like a Luddite tribe, where they reject any kind of advancement. They're stuck firmly in their traditions, to the point of sacrificing people from their own people to try and fix a plague that they don't know. When somebody rolls up and he just has the cure to their diseases. So it's possible that this will be like he'll show them that it's not all bad to accept new ideas and to move forward, and that's going to be something that's going to like an idea that's going to carry forward into the present with Wiper, where he's going to accept, oh, maybe it's okay to accept a new way of living and to accept other people into your tribe and to be more open and come up with some sort of dialogue. But in the past here, what I think is going to happen is they're going to come to that agreement. It's going to be this thing, and then it's going to be lost because they're just going to be cut off instantly and get shot up into the sky. And then Nolan's going to come back, and they're going to have shot up into the sky, and he'll be killed, obviously, for not delivering on his promise or some shit. I guess maybe they were thinking maybe the king is looking to plunder this place. And he was selling it like, oh, there's this new land with these people. They're really great. They want to trade with us, and they they want to open this dialogue with us and everything. And then King's gonna want to come there and then try to conquer it, and there's gonna be nothing to conquer it, so they're gonna kill Nolan maybe. So there's this kind of catch-22 of, it was good to accept new people, but also there's also greedy people who would have taken advantage of that. So it's not always so easy. I don't know. And also rejecting it's a big theme with gods in general, because obviously there's Eneru, and there's the gods here that they pray to, that their whole tradition is about sacrifices and things, and it's not really serving them, just like how Eneru isn't really serving them as a god. They put all their faith and all of this, all their lives, their blood into their belief and their faith for this god, and it doesn't serve them. There's no reward, and they'll do it in spite of other people who actually want to help them. They'll cling to, just like how with Eneru, how they're willing to sell people down the river, essentially, and get them killed whenever Blue Sea people came to Conis's city, to the whatever it's called, Lovely Street. They're so governed by fear, and that's really what's driving their faith, that they'll overlook people who come to them who are kind and who can extend an arm and help them and share a dialogue with them. So at that point, what's the god really serving to you? Exactly.
if it's overriding the potential for actual growth and advancement, you know.
Yeah.
But I want to see more.
Me too.
And there's more about the sun god. There's like this camera zooming out of the sun. It's been mentioned before, the sun god, previously in the arc. I wonder if it's just another fucking devil fruit user with the sun fruit or some weird shit.
I got the impression that it was more like how, you know, in a lot of older mythologies and stuff, it's like all these different aspects that are forces of nature has the sun. Like how Eneru considers himself a god because he's lightning. You know, other people might also consider lightning just in general not attached to a guy, the gods, you know, striking them down
but the theme I'm saying is that everyone who has been a god, or any reference to a god or higher power, has been a person or some kind of a character in the story so far. There hasn't been a god so far that's been like, oh, it's just this ethereal thing. So, like, we have the gods of the forest, we have Eneru, we have Gonfall, these positions of god, and there hasn't been like a, I mean, other than just the general idea of God from a Buddhist sense, where Zoro's like, oh, I don't pray to God, blah, blah, blah. But that's like a really vague, because it's not really attached to a religion. So you very well could be right that like the sun god is just, you know, they worship the sun because it brings food and warmth, etc. But every other relationship, especially this arc, which is so focused on faith and blasphemy and all this shit, there's just this constant thing localized in this arc. God hasn't so far meant, you know, Christian, like the creator deity. It's usually been referring to something in the story that we can interact with as characters. So I think that maybe either at the end of this arc we might get more of that. Maybe it's has something to do with those giant motherfuckers that were up the beanstalk. Maybe it has something to do with something that we won't even know yet. You know, maybe it has something to do with setting up another powerful devil fruit user that we have no idea about, or not. Maybe it is, you know, there's multiple things that can happen. I guess the only way to find out is to keep watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Let's move right along, or end the video now. Don't know how this is going to work out. Let's go. Bye-bye.